Hello guys, Soto, my son Evan here from Thick Garage. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new, make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss a video. So if you're looking for a BMW 535i or you recently bought one, or I'm sure there's some of you out there watching this video that already have one and modded the hell out of it. But today I just want to go over my top 10 mods for the BMW 535. The first mod that I did was get the Beamer Code and Beamer Link apps on my phone with the Bluetooth adapter. Beamer Code allows you to communicate with the computer and enable and disable features. Factory, there's a lot of features that aren't enabled that you can enable. You can adjust the halos, the brightness of your headlights. You can set your mirrors to automatically fold and unfold when you arm and disarm the car.
You can enable Sport Transmission and Sport Plus if your vehicle has that ability to do that.
The startup animations you can change if you like, but they're more of, I would say, cosmetic, like the animation part of it, but it's a good feature to have. You can also go in there, did you say launch control?
No.
You can enable launch control as well, which is a great feature. And in this clip I have right here, you can see many features in Beamer Code. So now when you first download Beamer Code to your phone, there is a test, like a demo mode. So when you go in there and play, there's a lot of features that won't come up once you connect it to the car. A lot of them will disappear. So depending on what year 535 you have, there's some features that won't populate in there. So the best way to figure out what features you can enable is plug it into your car. Now Beamer Link is more of a monitoring tool where you can monitor your intake temperature, your oil pressure, different sensor readings.
You can also program your battery to the car, because you have to do that when you change your battery.
Right, you can use that to register your new battery. Both are great tools to have and a great start if you're new to the 535. Now my second is the intake. BMW stock one is a great system. I went to a Burger tuning one, which I'm going to be swapping out shortly to an AFE Magnum Force. After running Beamer Link against both systems, the stock one is actually better than the Burger tuning because it's open. The filter is open. It's getting a lot more heat into it because the engine bay. So I'm actually going to be upgrading to the AFE Magnum Force shortly, and we're going to do a side-by-side video coming soon of the stock versus the Burger tuning versus the AFE. And I'm interested to see what the difference will be between the AFE and the stock. The third thing I would do is upgrade your charge pipe. The factory ones are plastic. It's common for them to blow in BMWs. I went with the VRSF charge pipe. I love it. Many people agree with VRSF. They have a great product. Not just charge pipes, a lot of other items as well. Number 4, exhaust. Now there's plenty of different exhaust systems out there. I went with a Megan Racing. I love it. It sounds great. The drone isn't too bad. I also did a resonator delete as well. I'm curious to see what's going to happen when I get to the downpipe. Speaking of the downpipe, that is number 5. Downpipe will allow more flow. There's many different ones out there. There's catted, there's catless, depending where you live. We live in Maryland. If I put a catless one on here, it will fail emissions. But there are ways around it. They sell this spacer. It's an L shape, and it comes with different inserts that you can put into it, and then your O2 sensor plugs into that, and it basically tricks the ECU to think it's getting lower readings than it really is, and you won't throw any air codes, any check engine lights. Now I'm really interested in getting the downpipe from VRSF, but they don't sell a catted version. I may go catless, but I know VRSF told me last time I spoke with them, they're working on one right now, and it should be released late summer. They're gonna come out with a catted downpipe. Right now they only carry catless. Now Evolution Raceworks sells a high flow catted downpipe, which I'm also interested in. I haven't decided yet, but
both links will be in the description below if you know what you want to get.
Yep. So number 6, I already mentioned a little bit, the intercooler. I may go VRSF. I like to stick with the same brand. No particular reason. I just love their brand. A lot of people, a lot of my friends stand by it. A lot of great reviews. Done a lot of research, and they're a very reputable company. So I think I'm going to stick with VRSF on the intercooler, but we'll see. We haven't got there yet. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. So at this point, you could tune. You could go stage 1 earlier, but I wouldn't even waste my time going stage 1. I would just go to a stage 2, do all these upgrades, and then go stage 2. Stage 1 I did, it gave me about 30 wheel horsepower gains, and that was a custom tune. It wasn't using boot mode or using MHD. It was a custom tune. We dynoed it, and I have a video as well on that. So anyway, it gave me 30 more horsepower, wheel horsepower, and 70 more foot-pounds of torque off of stock, which is great. But as far as the cost, I'd rather spend that money on the intercooler and downpipe and then go stage 2, because you're gonna overwrite it anyway, so it's kind of a waste of money. So number 8, you can do this a lot sooner if you like, and that is the coilovers. It's gonna give you better handling. It won't bounce or roll as much as it does out of stock, because I mean, it basically comes with a lift kit. I think it's like 4 inches of wheel well space from the tire to the fender. I have the Silver's Neomax coilovers. It's a great product. They're not crazy expensive like the KWs. If you can afford them, great. Right now, I can't. This is a step down from them. I think they perform great. You can dampen them from the top all around as far as stiffness goes. I've been running them about, how long has it been?
Maybe just 5 months.
5 months? Yeah, 5 months. I love them. I would buy another set. I would recommend them. Don't get anything cheap off of eBay. You know, those $400, $500 ones. I've seen even cheaper. Don't waste your time on those coilovers. These ran me about, I believe it was 1,100, and they shipped me they have 2 different ones. They have a regular sport one, and they have the super low set. And that all depends how low you want to go. I did get the super low set, and I mean, this thing could sit on the floor if I set it to the lowest setting, if I wanted that low. But if I did set that low, I won't be able to get in my driveway. If I had a flat driveway, I may consider dropping even more. So coilovers will lead me over to my next one, which is spacers, number 9. Wheel spacers give it a much more aggressive look, and it does add to the handling, the performance. I went with Burger Tuning spacers. They're a great product. Burger Tuning is a great brand. They're well known. They have great products as well.
Keep in mind, your wheel does depend on the wheel spacer size you need. So he is running stock wheels. So what was it?
I have 12 millimeter in the front and 15 millimeter in the rear. So the last, number 10, you can do this sooner too if you like, but you might as well. It doesn't add performance to the vehicle, but the Turbo Smart blow-off valve, it will give you a much more aggressive sound when you're driving. I mean, hearing that blow-off valve go, it's a vent to atmosphere. You plug it right in where the diverter valve is. You take the factory one out, of course, then you put this new one in. It's plug and play. We also did a video with the Turbo Smart install on my 535. And believe me, it is an attention getter. It doesn't add performance. Like I said, it won't add any kind of performance. It's just for sound. It's just for sound, yeah. We made it to 10. So, if you guys have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments below. And if you like this video, please smash that like button, subscribe if you're new, and we will see you in the next video.